I guess we are live, hopefully.
We are live. We're
And
actually on the
Are
correct
we?
channel this time.
aha,
Are we?
Yes, we're on the correct
yes, it
channel this
seems that
time.
we are. And good news.
Yes, we are.
Despite the adventures in the corridors of agony and doom, the party members are also alive.
For now,
For the time
remember,
being.
this is a mirrors campaign. It means that in 3 seconds something will happen that will kill them. Congratulations! It's already happening.
All right, over the pessimist.
Realistic.
Oh, realistic
So,
pessimism. I get it.
after Jawain survived uh,
The ordeal.
barely survived
That's twice I've saved
the
his life
previous.
today.
Yes, Sasha, with the help of Joanne and Elena, managed to keep her head literally, figuratively.
Mainly Elena, because I think all Joanne did it was just desecrate a corpse.
Oh no.
No, it was. You're not entirely sure what helped, but
Something did.
yes. In any case, it took some
Joanne
time.
did what Joanne could.
Desecrate a corpse.
Sure, let's go with that.
It's what happened.
So,
Mhm.
it took some time to rest.
2 of you did, yes.
And after the rest is over,
It's over.
you are slowly getting up to continue your venture. So, Trisha gets up and says, "All right, how about we move? Are we going to go back to the last room that we were in and make our way downwards, or are we going to use the corridor that goes that way to see what else we can find?"
Elena doesn't respond. She just looks at Joanne.
Suppose we may as well go back.
Mm.
I remember seeing a door.
Yes, there was a door.
It wasn't a Bryn door, so I'm not that interested.
That's kind of weird. Anyway, moving on.
Brindor, you're not for sensitive, but you feel a disturbance in the force. So,
I'm just trying
you
to
make
lighten
your
the
way
mood.
back to the room that
The oogly booglies happened.
yes, that Jagwain was grinding a skeleton to find powder, and at the same time,
We have a new alchemy ingredient.
just trying to cut him to small pieces on and off.
And Alana was trying to free her by playing pounding techno.
Yes.
So you re-enter the room. Everything is just the way you left it.
Just
A
the way.
mess.
Just the way. This is the way.
This is the way.
And says, okay, I guess we're going to try and open the door and continue down.
Into the dungeon.
Uh,
This looks
so,
like a smaller door. Does it really require much?
You say that as she
Mm.
rolls in that one.
It doesn't require much. The door opens without a lot of,
Fuss or fanfare?
yep.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
And you see that it goes down to get another door that is also not very difficult to open. So, behind the last door, you see the interior of a square room that it contains some kind of machinery at the middle of it.
And a ring of the sickly green goo around the entire room. Oh boy.
Yes. And blah blah blah. Jersey is the first one to enter the room.
She
Yes,
says blah blah blah.
we are holding that one. Um. Okay, so she enters the room, gets a look around, quickly says, "Okay, I see some interesting markings
Oh no.
inside this room and on the machine itself. Roll a galactic lore check."
Here he is again
Sure.
with his giant head.
Sure. I'll roll a galactic lore check. Why not? I know nothing.
I know something,
Um,
but not much.
Elena, you know nothing about these markings. Jagwain, you know less than nothing about these markings.
I know negative things about these markings.
Yes.
You don't even recognize them as markings.
And
Are these punctures?
Yeah, someone scraped themselves against this thing.
Desert simply
Oh
says that
no.
we should. Oh no! Wait,
Okay,
he's
why
rolling
is
for some
Wedge
reason.
flipping out?
Wedge joins the battle.
Why is Wedge flipping out?
I'm rolling for the backflip I'm doing in my room right now.
You break your neck. That's the end of Wedge.
Oh god.
Uh, back to the task at hand. Um, Desert moves around the machine and says, "If we found a way to actually remove it from this place and take it with us, it would be something. But it's rather difficult to do that. We have to separate it to smaller pieces."
A, is that even possible? And B, is that logical? Could this not cause more complications?
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid. We should check the entire place out and make sure that us tampering with it is not going to cause any devastating results in the entire building and above us, because
Like another mind meld, you mean? Because I don't want to do that again.
yeah, plus there is a giant worm thing that might find its way here if we actually manage to collapse the walls around us. So
Right. So I make sure we. Okay, I get you. So, uh, keep going. It looks like this will complete the loop on the other side.
it's probably so. Um, are you going to move here or here?
This is not my decision. This is. I'm not in charge of the mission.
Yeah. Uh. Eeny, meeny, miny. Yeah, sure. Let's go here.
Mini,
Right?
I could do to the other one instead. Una duna daf, keke lanaka.
So
Eeny, meeny, maka, raka, dare, na, dominaka.
you open up yet another.
Macarena.
Yes, this is getting out of hand.
No, about two
Now
of them.
there's two of them.
Yes, there's it's all of them actually.
I'm not gonna have to get a load of commentators so I can give Tyron a blooper reel.
So
Uh,
another small corridor awaits you when the door opens, with a small door akin to the one that you just opened to the other end that leads to another big room full of stone boxes.
There's a bearded man in glorious PS1 graphics who just tells you that the door's open. Let's go.
Prepare for more brainwashing.
creepy, creepy, creepy. Let's go.
And
Let's not connect to these this time.
okay, I guess you're going to open the door.
We are
that
going
goes
to explore
down.
this whole place, all right? We want to make an informed decision about how we're going to handle whatever that thing back there was.
Look, we're Jedi
Okay.
completionists.
At this point, goes that way to pretty much clear the entire area.
Oh, you've got rid of the
So-
gelatinous black cube. We can go to the other corridor.
Long story short, you find out that there is an identical room to the one that almost identical to the one that you found on the left corner.
Don't connect to the coffins again, Jerseiyanara. Let's avoid that.
Yeah, in fact, let's just go ahead and avoid this whole room. Bye!
Actually, let me make a check.
I told you not to make a check, Jerseiyanara. This is not me trying to tell you how to do your job. This is me trying to look out for you.
Okay.
Feel like, oh gosh, Jack Sparrow, please don't do anything stupid.
I have a jar of dirt. Anyway, so,
No, Dwayne has a jar of bone dust.
and after you eliminate all the possibilities of hidden things on the rooms that you have already checked, you are moving to the last part.
The
The
last
last
entire
part.
right
Ooh,
sided
boy.
part.
You can see that there is a narrow corridor that goes up and
That probably connects to that, yes.
yes,
But
it
I assume
connects
we
up
go to
to
this door. Maybe this door connects to that door.
yes. Let's open it up. This will actually require a roll.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Roll
Once
K.
again, I roll a 15.
Okay. Oh God,
Nope.
Elena, congratulations.
I've
You
still
lose
got
your
I've still got
connection to the force.
I've still got a searing headache after the ordeal with the coffin.
You are now a simple.
Don't worry, Elena. The force is not with you. You're
Roll a
wandering
new
a
class,
figment
Elena.
of your imagination.
Actually, do you know what?
I'm a bard now.
You have joined. You have joined the illustrious ranks that the alien that Brindor and Nar were fighting previous session
I'm no
has
longer
also
a force
joined.
consular.
Amazing.
I'm no longer a force consular. I'm just a bard.
Yeah.
All I can do is talk to people in very persuasive ways.
Lol.
You're now a force insensitive. Don't ask for that.
No, he's not a force insensitive. He's forcefully insensitive.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not a racist.
So the door opens to reveal
A room.
a room that has four um, glass cubes that you can see that the liquid is
The liquid.
About to
yes.
say, this is the only room in the entire place that doesn't have those things running along the lines,
And in here
running
is
along the
and in
floor.
here is an ancient like sister back to tank in which when Jerseiyanara goes to see what's inside, there's just a floating, decaying face of Tommy Wiseau just goes up to his face. Oh, hi, Mark.
No, Tommy Wiseau is the final boss. Don't you dare.
Look, I already predicted it. Tommy
You
Wiseau.
betrayed
Too
me!
bad we just spoiled it.
Yes,
You
Yes.
betrayed me!
the real identity of the abater. He takes off his helmet to confront
Yup.
Neo, and it's Tommy.
It's Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Neo.
No, he doesn't
Of
even say hi.
course.
You just see the face and you say huh, and he says huh.
Uh,
Prepared to
the
be
best way to this
If you
to
know the meme,
maybe
you
trick
know.
everyone was to make them think that I am my worst enemy.
yeah.
Mwahaha! You're warm.
Prepared to be humbled.
So
Uh,
you know the entire layout of this place.
Yes.
I want you to make uh, a knowledge technology check.
Oh no, not another one. Knowledge technology. Where's the off
At least
switch?
it's not a nat 1. You can say you still have basic knowledge, unlike with a nat 1.
Wedge is lifting. Wedge is currently lifting up some weights right now.
Yeah, he's lifting up the weight of his own ego.
Of course.
It's quite substantial.
Oh my god!
Yawai has the knowledge of.
That's actually good because I rolled the 2.
It's funny how Alena, despite rolling an 8, knows more about this than the actual Night Sister.
Jawain, you have no idea of what is going on in this place. But you know your way around junk and how everything is interconnected in a ship. You might not know exactly
Why I know?
no why it is the way it is and what everything is supposed to do, but you know your way around how something is connected and stuff like that. So a pattern starts forming inside your mind. You realize that if you are going to tamper with the central machine over here, it would have an effect in the entire area. You're not entirely sure what this effect is going to be. Your guess from what you've seen of this place is nothing good though.
That just all
So,
that all but confirms that we should not.
But I
go
haven't
there.
seen the whole place yet.
not the entire place yet, no. But you have an inkling that there's certain areas that are they have pieces of machine that the green liquid is being concentrated to. And you have
Right.
seen 3 places like that. One was over here, the other one is down here, and
I'm not
the
seeing
other
where you're
one,
clicking.
oh,
So let me
up
zoom out all the
here,
way. Uh-huh.
the
The
generator,
generator.
the other one down here, and the other one underneath the the coffin that
You basically destroyed.
yes.
Yeah. So by
And you see that there are 4 tubes that are
exactly. So by all estimations there should be one more.
yes.
We haven't explored the whole place yet.
We should finish our explorations, but from what you've told us of what we see in here, I don't think I'm afraid to say I don't think moving that machine is going to be a good idea.
Probably not, but we've come this far, so
Yes, and we've been rather fortunate to make it this far.
at this point, Elena and Zawayne, you get a familiar
The
sensation.
good kind of familiar?
Good kind of familiar, yes. You can feel a presence nearby that is known to you.
Elena's gonna look at you and Joanne and to Sarah and say, "Wait here a moment. I'm gonna go and bring these allies up to speed." And she will go to the entrance to meet the Philomelian presence.
Mhm. You can see that you wait there for 5 minutes, maybe,
Hmm.
and you finally see that Ilva is making her way down. And Sicilian says, "Congratulations, this place is really dreadful."
You don't know the half of it.
Elena breathes a sigh of relief. She's not trying to hide the redness in her face when Ilva makes that comment because she's still got a searing headache from averting the last disaster. She goes, at least I won't have to be dealing with it alone from now on.
What am I, chopped liver?
You're both alive because of me, remember?
That's fair.
Okay, what's the situation?
Very creepy, icky, ancient Night Sister technology and ritualistic samples.
No, 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 no. This is not our technology. We might have tampered with it, but it's not ours. I can tell you that.
Whether it's your technology or not,
Says as she's looking around.
well, your technology or not, it's definitely some sort of ritual that the Night Sisters past, who were last here, used to actually keep power in this place. We have found several sarcophagi containing the bodies of long dead Night Sisters, some of which may still have spiritualistic consciousness. We've already had to deal with one of those.
Yeah, how about we avoid that in the future?
We are on the same page, thankfully.
Good. Where are the others?
Just this way, and Alana will lead Ilva to the others.
Okay. So, once you both enter, the two witches look at each other
They do
for a few seconds.
the Spider-Man thing where they just point at each other.
Yes, yes, exactly. And
You look like me.
says,
No, you look like me.
and the says, "So I guess that you're this Ilva that the others told me about." "Yes, that would be me. And you are the troublemaker called Jerseiyanara, I suppose." There's a dry look, and Jerseiyanara says, "I suppose so." "Any insights for this place?" "I aim to move the machinery at the heart of this. I don't really know how to call it exactly."
Just
Hold out. Stronghold.
Ilva immediately
Underground
says,
tomb.
"If you tamper with this place while our influence is still around, you know what's going to happen. I would assume." "We should find a way to deactivate the defenses of this place and then talk about you taking anything out of it."
Well, we've already taken care of one of them. I think.
Alana will mention and what's to say that deactivating the defenses will not also in itself cause more issues?
I can't be sure about that, of course. But hey, it couldn't be worse than the enormous worm outside, right?
You didn't stick to the tunnels either, did you?
Look, it didn't attack me as I'm sure it did with you, but I really struggled to keep it from doing it.
From what I could
For
tell,
some
Oops.
reason, I cannot establish a healthy connection with that creature as I do with others.
from what I
I don't
noticed,
know if there is a such thing as a healthy connection.
making any sort of connection at all to it kind of enacted its primal hunger.
Yeah, it seems to get agitated. In any case, why exactly do you want to move this machine and what does it do? Dr. Sarah looks at the three of you and says, if my assumptions and the research is correct, it should be what is left from the ancient site of, well, whatever civilization was here first and used one of the, for lack of a better word, let's call them stargates that I told you about.
I think
Maybe they were trying to reactivate it. I don't think it was very successful, but it seems that they have managed to do something with it. So
so. You think that this is one of those relays?
certainly not in its entirety. I
Okay.
The legend says that the it was supposed to be huge, large enough so that entire starships could move through it.
Oh.
So maybe this is a small part of it that's left. It could have some kind of use, and certainly it is going to have a lot of scientific and research value.
Hmm.
I thought you see that Tilva is just uh, sitting down on the ground and says, I didn't know you were a scientist. I am not a scientist. I am researching about this though, because, well, because I decided that this is what I want to do. Ilva gives a sharp look to both of you, Elena and Joanne, and says, are you sure that you're the only one that is going to tamper with this thing? I heard that there are others that you are keep to your company.
I assure you, there's a friend of mine who would be interested in this technology, but we would not go as far as to tamper with it if we deem it too dangerous. And considering what we've been through to get here, Helena gives a sharp look to the sharer. I'm kind of that mindset right now.
Ilva's looking serious with a serious expression on all three of you and says, frankly, I'm not entirely sure if I should help with this or not. My suggestion is that we leave this place as is and we get out of here. But if you're hell bent on moving that machine, I want a good reason to actually help you, number one. And number two, I want some kind of guarantee a promise at the very least that this thing is going to be housed and researched in a safe facility.
As much as I may agree with your judgment, Elva, this entire operation from my side is on Jawaine's shoulders at this point. What do you want to do?
Everyone in the room just looks at you, Javain. You see that Ilves has the same serious expression. Oh. And Jasher looks at you with, and she looks puzzled, like, where did that happen?
Alana, on her part, just has
When was that decided?
Alana, on her part, is just very,
Okay.
very
Okay.
exhausted. Like, come on, help me here. Oh, help me out here.
All right. So I want you to imagine Joanne is like holding up his hands and like shaking them a little bit because he doesn't know where this came from either.
Alana explained to you from the very beginning that she just wants to. She's gonna take your lead on this.
Try to tell her that was a horrible decision. But okay.
This is ridiculous, Jasher says immediately.
Alana gives her a sharp look and goes, "I never said
No.
I never said this wasn't your mission. I said my role in this is I'm only going as far as Joanne wants to go in it. That's my only point."
Okay, here's an assurance then. I'm going to take this thing. And I'm going to conduct my research alone. No one else. You're welcome to partake in it if you want. Cesara says to Ilva. I do not intend to share this find with anyone until I'm certain of what exactly it is and of its use. At that point, Ilva gets up. And as expressionless as she was on the few last minutes, says, "No." And she starts walking, walking out.
Oh God.
She just shakes her hands and says, "Whose idea was to call her here?" And Dylan just says, If you want to continue messing around in this place, it will become your tomb as well. So you either take my suggestion, or this place is going to be your home for the foreseeable future.
Jerseiyanara, do you don't even know what that thing is? Do you really need it? And if so, how can you tell?
Give me a second. Okay. So, she looks at you and says, I think I told you before, Japan. I'm trying to find what is lost from our past. This is one of the best opportunities I have to do that.
Then why not take the markings you find on the side of the machine instead of the machine itself? Those markings could be an indication of what this thing is.
That doesn't involve also shutting this place down and potentially making all of us worm bait.
Ilva just tugs her shoulder and says, that's not a bad idea, actually. Who's going to take the responsibility to roll a persuasion check?
I guess me, since I've got the highest one here, and I can use the force instead. Please be good. That's not great, but could be worse.
Well, the only chance I have of topping that is rolling a nat 20.
The question, as always, is
I'm going to force point it because this
Will-
is important. I'm going to force point it. That should
oh
take it.
god.
That should take it up to a 33,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't the best for me, but it's hopefully good enough.
The good thing is you also get come on, a +2 from the assist because both Ilva and Jawain find this as a good solution.
Yeah, leave
So
it up to.
Sarah realizes that she's alone in this, number one, and number two, it doesn't actually sound like a bad idea.
Like I said, Alana's not abandoning Jerseiyanara. She's just trying to find a more logical solution to this. Leave it up to me, as always, to get the
She
logical
just
solution.
shakes her head and says, very well, this we can work with that actually. So I will take my time to take notes about everything, this place, and then, without touching or disturbing anything this time, she says
Please.
politely,
I really don't want to have to fight you again. Or not you. Or You know what I mean.
Or any of us, Elena says pointedly.
Okay, just stay put. I will behave, she says, and she starts moving up to the room.
Elena just leaves a breath of...
Stay put. No, Dwayne's not going to stay put. He'll start pacing.
Elena just breathes a
He'll stay in this room, but he'll.
Ilva gives a look at Jessera moving up and doing her thing, and then she goes back to you and says, "So, that's the girl that survived back in the vision." Huh.
Elena just gives Jacera a weary look, but she's not like... But she takes a second and then pieces it together saying, I believe so, yes.
Ilva.
Come on, spit it out.
No, I'm correcting Cord.
Ah,
Prompting me to do what?
No. You said you're Sarah. I was correcting you. I said you mean Ilva.
No, Elena was saying, you mean just... She was saying in character, you mean Jacera. I believe so, yes.
Oh, okay.
She was answering Ilva's question, not calling Ilva Jacera.
Okay.
It seems like Tyron outed himself to be the idiot all along.
Oops. I heard something else when you said Sarah, so.
Ilva just says, "Do you actually trust her?"
Part of me really, really wants to. Joanne especially wants to, but she hasn't
I'll
exactly...
trust her to do what she says. I'll trust her to keep a promise.
I wouldn't trust her with my life, but I trust her that she will do what she says.
Well, if you want my opinion, she certainly has a role to play, so keep her close.
Alana just gives a look at Joanne saying, that's what I've been trying to do.
The whole thing takes a few hours, and after that, Jessera walks back to you, and she says that she's going to check the other rooms as well, just to make sure. Another couple of hours pass.
In fact, while
At
she
this
does
point,
that, Alena isn't going to sit idle this time. She's going to take Elva to the room with the marked sarcophagi with the ritual markings and get her insight on what this kind of ritual is.
up here, you mean?
Yeah. She's going to take Ilva up to that room.
She gives a look inside the coffin and says, "Oh my, what happened here?"
This is where we had that spiritual confrontation. I was using my abilities in the Force to try and resolve it. Dwayne, for his part, didn't know what else to do, so he kind of beat the living crap out of this corpse because he thought it would work.
You mean beat the undead crap out of this corpse?
The unliving crap.
Why am I not surprised to hear that?
Because you know me.
It's very hard to surprise
Okay.
you nowadays, Ella says with a wry smile.
Yeah.
Why indeed?
just for your information, if we
Yes.
mess things up here, we're going to be swarmed of by things like that. You experienced.
Believe me, I had the same feeling when when that first happened.
Yes, yes, the sisters of old were very particular and clingy, let's say.
I heard something about that from my former teacher, who himself was particularly close with another one of your former brethren.
Very well. Okay, so as I said, I don't think it's to our best interest to disturb this place, at least not for now. So, a couple more hours pass, and the Sarah finally emerges uh, with a ton of new notes and says, I think that's all, at least for now.
Look on the bright side. Maybe you might be able to find something in the galactic database that might actually give you some pointers as to what that means. Not
I
everything,
highly doubt that, she says.
but it's worth a shot at
But,
least.
yeah, I will keep my eye out. In any case, since we're not going to continue our venture here, I suppose we should make our way out and formulate a plan so we won't have another confrontation with that thing out there.
Alana just looks at
Well,
Ilver
we could just stick to the tunnels.
and try not to aggravate it further. And
Yep. No more using the force checks.
I've still got a headache from
Just
last
Let's
time.
run
use.
for the entrance.
Okay, let's use
For now.
stealth checks then.
Good job.
Hey,
I
I
still,
hopefully could be pretty good at that.
I've still got that cloak that Ilver
Hopefully.
gave me at the very beginning of the campaign, so we should be good.
Let's see.
Stealth should come naturally to you two.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
I could do way better.
Okay. All right. Good news is you managed to move quickly and quietly enough, taking the smaller tunnels and navigate your way out without alerting the giant worm this time. So, once you exit, Ilva immediately says, I do hope that you have some kind of moving around. Spaceship, a vehicle, something.
Yeah, I parked it rather roughly in the forest over there. Lana says, pointing to the tree line.
Look, I tried.
I'm not an actual pilot, okay? It will buff out.
It'll buff right out.
Yep.
Eventually.
The four of you just arrive at the site of your almost crash landing.
I was just good enough not to crash. That's all I ever need.
And Jesser simply says, I have my own ride, so I'll be off. Thanks for the help, I guess.
Just doing our best. Keep me updated.
We want to keep you around.
Yeah. Ilva says, it could be interesting if we had the talk at some point. There is only 3 of us left, from what I understand.
And I'm more than willing to bring the third party into this if you need me to.
Uh,
She's currently on.
Ilva looks at you and says, I've already made contact. You don't have to worry about it.
Hello, nods. She's on Osus with.
Tessera nods and says, maybe at some point. Who knows, it might actually be interesting. For the time being, I have other things to think about. And quite a lot of research.
But you do.
But since you actually kept your word and you were helpful,
Out of character, I would hope so.
maybe I should. Seems to struggle for a bit, and then I guess that I should do something to repay that.
There's no hurry, Elena says with a small smile. If I think of something, I'll be sure to let you know.
You don't have to think of something. I already know something that you might be interested in.
Elena just cocks an eyebrow, Elani style.
Knew it had to happen eventually.
She takes out her datapad, and after a while, she says, do any of you have something that I can copy file?
Elena gets out her datapad and pairs it to Jerseiyanara's to make the transfer.
Okay. She does that, and then she says, in 3 months' time, no more, no less.
A master and an apprentice. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
If you want to get involved into this, and I guess that some of you might be more than interested to do just that, you should know that it's not going to be a walk in the park.
I've come to expect as much, Elena says dryly. I will have a word with Master Skywalker and see what course of action we will take on this.
Fair enough. And then, as she starts to take her leave, she says, I was invited to, naturally, but I had to decline this time. It's going to be a war zone. Have fun. she leaves.
Ella has a dry chuckle.
And with that, you are left with only Ilva that looks around and says, "Thanks for wasting my time once again."
Hey!
We seem to be pros at that.
She gives a smile and says, "Okay, it was not exactly wasted, I suppose."
I'd have thought seeing the two of us again would be a pleasant experience, Ella said with Ella says with a cheeky little smile.
I wouldn't call it a pleasant experience exactly, but it could be much more unpleasant than it was. So,
Don't change, Ella just says with a smile again.
all right, all right. So, are you going to stay here for a night? Or are you going to leave immediately?
Ella looks at Joanne. Well, what would you like to do?
Now that we're out of those caves, do you have a place for us to stay?
Oh, damn it. Why do I open my mouth? Yes, I do have. If you can get this thing to take off, I can show you the way.
That shouldn't be too much of a problem, Ella says. More hopeful than not.
Just for your information, Moose Moose is going to be there as well, and he gets a bit angsty when I leave. So, behave.
Me? Misbehave? Nah! Ella says.
She's talking about the pet rancor.
I know she is, and Alana remembers the pet rancor.
All right. So,
Okay.
somehow you manage not to have another confrontation in the corridors of agony and doom, at least
Now,
this time.
the corridors of Agony and Doom were Brindor and Nars adventure. We were the tunnels of terror and despair.
So, going back to Coruscant,
Going back to the galaxy map,
where
actually.
the other party members made their way back to after they finished the skirmish Castel. Wedge,
Yes.
you have a notification that from NAR that they have finished whatever business they were doing on Castel,
Mhm.
and that
Okay.
they are getting back.
Yeah, I look
Uh,
the notification on my phone and continue my workout.
Yeah. Lifting our
goodness
egos
sake.
tougher work than it looks.
Let me give me seconds. Give me seconds, Miss. I also need to roll. Yeah, I rolled. I did another successful backflip.
Why are you doing backflips, man?
You never know when you're gonna need them to do a backflip.
Look,
But that's not workout. That's just show off.
look. Don't do that in front of Alana, because she doesn't need to work out to do backflips.
Oh no no no! This is not in front of anyone. It's in my room.
No, it's in front in your
He's
room in
showing,
front of the
he's
mirror.
showing off to himself.
Yeah, he's in front of the mirror
Yeah
going,
yeah.
oh, look how cool
In
I
front
am.
of.
It's
So, anyway,
with a webcam to just get the
Brindor,
only wedge
you
going.
have Brindor. you have on your hands very delicate information about
For droid
the
a second.
whereabouts of the last members of the conspiracy that was unraveled, and possibly you have information about the involvement of third parties like some criminal organizations in all of this,
Hair of
and
cats.
the party that the mysterious alien that you
Well, I think
were
it's time to
acquainted with.
copy paste the information and then have a copy for Wedge, have a copy for Elena and Joanne to have a copy for Neo, and then
Okay.
have a last resort copy for Catch if needed.
And I would have also given you the contact information of Senator Alea Organa, so you could send a copy straight to her if need be as well.
Listen, I don't deal with politicians. I deal with people I know.
Neo is very thankful for the information.
Right. So you send the info to the parties that you trust and you know, Brindle.
Yep.
Now you do have a few days to relax, both of you, on Coruscant until the other two come back.
Okay, now he's going to basically just be doing his workout routine, training. One day he will try to see if Rinder is up for any kind of training, martial, not
Yes,
necessarily,
I train with
sword
a
and stuff like
gun.
that. Yeah, I
Listen,
know
we
you.
live in civilized times. We
Gun
use
Yeah,
beats
guns.
sword.
and I will tell you, yeah, what happens if you got unlucky and an enemy catch you by surprise before you take your gun out? At least you need to know the basics, man.
I shoot them at close range. I've trained to do that.
Again, if they catch you by surprise and you don't even have time to grab your gun,
Listen.
what do you do then?
Listen, do not
Then why
underestimate.
would I have time to grab a sword?
Not the
You
sword,
have
I said. Even hand to hand, says showing you his hands. That's what I'm talking about.
Never underestimate
if
my
I'm stuck
knowledge
in hand to
tic-tacs.
hand, I'm in a sorry state. Do you know
Yeah,
like what we
and that's it.
Duros are like? We are squishy, sir.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you need to be agile and react quickly to get out of that. I don't have just pure raw strength, says Nar. And that's what I'm talking about if you want to spar or something like that. Not necessarily something serious, man.
Yeah.
I spend
Forget
when
it.
I'm training. It's yeah. I we have different paths for martial prowess. You'll just have to learn to respect that.
I respect it, says Nar, but at least I expected you to try to, practice the basics of getting away from an uncomfortable situation. That's all.
It's called running away. It's what I. It's a very important skill. I've developed it well.
And nurtures you, and that's exactly why you should know if someone already has you in their grab, catching you by surprise, a way to get out of that grab so you can run away more effectively. That's what I was trying to say, not necessarily
And
actual
here I
combat.
was thinking we made such a good team. Like
Well, we do, but
yesterday.
and nurse says we do, but you never know. That's why you should wait, try, to make sure that my teammates are prepared. But okay, whatever. If you want it like this, no problem.
Secretly, Brindle
I
just misses
respect
his.
it. I don't like it, but I respect it.
Secretly, Brindle just misses his Jedi leapfrog companion.
So, uh, as we all know, the extent of the hand-to-hand combat that Brinder is going to have in a battle is him pointing at someone and saying, "Shoot
Shoot
him."
it. Yes,
Yes,
this
never.
is my hand-to-hand combat.
Yes,
It is very effective.
never underestimate Brindle's power of knowledge tic tacs.
It increases the damage the target takes by 1d6.
Yes, one tic tac per 1d6.
Anyway, at some point, the two Jedi managed to get back. Uh,
Well, that was a sleepover I wasn't expecting.
and now you can both relay the information that you have uh, and examine them.
There were weird, witchy, squiggly things. I'm glad you weren't there. It was creepy.
Wiggly.
So, at some point, Brindor, you are going to be informed that the information that is contained in the code cylinder that he took is very highly encrypted. So you need a professional with a very good professional in order to actually break the
Okay,
code.
well, considering that I know a Twi'lek who probably needs to be checked in on anyway, as a bit of a health checkup. Like,
It's fine. Don't need
like
to.
if Wedge doesn't have anyone who can do, like, I'll check with Wedge first. But if he
Okay.
doesn't have anyone, then my next option is like, Neo probably needs a check-in.
Dude, your mental health is important. I'm just saying.
Like, I mean, I'm not like absolutely sure certain he's like in a bad spot, but it's like there was a little bit of something last time. Follow up would not be a terrible idea.
You've been
Okay.
trained in the arts of psychiatry.
Let us see. We have a couple of options actually for people that can potentially uh, gain access to the code cylinder. So now that the entire party is back together, I guess that you're going to uh, give it to Neo once you get back to us, right?
Yeah.
From what it
Probably.
sounds like. Okay.
Before Lana does anything in regards to reporting to Luke and Alea, if they want to come to see her, that's fine, but she's just gonna go lay on her bed with a bag of ice on her forehead, like, ow! That was a really bad headache.
All right. At some point, Wedge,
Yes.
you get the heads up of a potential big incoming job in the near future.
From our
From
usual.
your main benefactor.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Next.
Um, so that's something to look forward to. Number one. Number two, you are again lax enough so you can move around a bit and see what the others are doing.
Okay, after my gym exercises, I come out from my room. And what everyone is doing?
I'm in my room
Well,
on bed with an ice pack on my head.
Oh God. Yeah,
at this point, they are. At this point, they are beginning to
I
make
am guessing.
preparations to head back to Ossus.
Okay, so everyone is chilling out. Okay.
hmm If Luke wants to check up on Elena while she's there, she's not going to stop him. She's like, okay, I'm gonna. I was gonna go see you, but if she comes to see her first, she will relay the information to him there.
Okay. Do they give me anything to examine? Anything to see?
I mean, unless you want to take your chances and try to see what is included inside the code cylinder. That it is very highly encrypted, so
Uh, The
it
question
will
is,
require a use computer check for you
okay,
to
will
find it.
okay, can I do a firstly? I see the cylinder, I guess.
Yes,
I know what it. I'm guessing I know what it is, obviously.
you know what its purpose is. Yes.
Uh, the next thing is, can I, if I use computers, will it break or I just fail? Is the question.
It's not going to be destroyed. No.
Okay, that's the thing. If there is a, a percent percentage that it's going to break, I don't want to, touch it. I'll rather let it for someone else.
This is not.
If it is, I can try to check to decrypt it. Okay, I can try to roll it, to roll for the check.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, I take it. Actually, firstly, I'm going to do
Wait, wait,
a
wait, 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 wait. First of all,
yes.
uh, Brindor has it on his person.
He said.
Okay,
He sent
So
copies around, didn't he?
does no. He was able to make copies of everything else except the code cylinder because
Ah, okay.
he can't gain access to it.
okay. I'll check first the copies because I guess he'll give it to me.
The copies are about movements of various criminal organizations that were in league with some of the conspirators.
Okay, that was the unencrypted part, so the rest of it is encrypted, I guess, which is
That was
more.
information that they got from their previous skirmish, and that was laying about. Uh, this was not included.
It's not
It's not
included. Okay, okay,
information from the code cylinder. The code cylinder is the
okay,
only
okay,
thing that they don't know what it actually contains.
okay. So, firstly, before I just hook it up and check it, can I check the cylinder itself physically?
Yes.
What do I need to roll for that? Galactic lore or not science? I'm
No,
guessing.
no. You don't need to roll something about it. You're familiar with.
No, 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 no. I mean the object. I mean the
Yes,
object.
yes, yes.
Is
The
it
object.
the object? I mean physically to look at it. Maybe there's something on it. Something
That's a
that's
perception check.
okay. That's first. What I'm going to do first. Perception check. Where is the perception? Not persuasion. Perception. Okay, 24. I'm guessing he handed over, and I take it, around, checking the
Would
ports.
would Brindor hand this over to Wedge? Is the question.
Yeah,
Oh no.
it's dangerous, I know, but
He's held them at blaster point.
I
Going,
mean,
fine.
he's going to come with me. I'm guessing he's coming with me. I'm not going to stop
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Okay. So, you give it a good look. Um, it seems like what you would expect from a code cylinder. It has some notable differences from the ones that are commonly used.
Okay.
Uh, but other than that,
Nothing unusual.
yes.
Okay, I just point out those points. Whatever you said, there's nothing, you know.
Yeah,
It has some differences, but nothing.
yes, every different military organization or culture has its own unique style of code cylinders. You do not
Okay, okay.
recognize
Okay,
this
I'm
particular.
going to do the thing that Cloud says. I'm going to do the thing. I'm pulling out my glasses, wear them, and I start mansplaining this.
Oh god.
Yeah. So then, I guess we're going towards my room, and I'm going to look it up to see what we can figure out of it from the information inside now.
Brindle just combs the room of
And
any
I'm
magazines.
rolling computer, right? Use
Yes.
computers. Okay. 22.
No. You. It's
Okay. So here's what's happening. I hook it up. I start typing code, and there's I can't decode it. I'm like, yeah,
the
this is really
encryption.
difficult.
What you get is that the encryption method is nothing you know about.
Okay, actually, can I roll? Can I use a force point here?
You can, yes.
Okay, force point 6.
Okay. Uh, Again, this is what you get. That the encryption method is not something you're familiar with.
Okay. Yeah, actually, you actually see Wedge working really hard, and you know.
It's not only that it's hard to actually break it, it's also that the method that was used to make it is also unknown. So that adds to the difficulty of it.
Okay, I also inform him about that, and I unplug it and give it back.
All right, so time to find a specialist.
Uh, Actually, on that, Do I know anyone beyond our benefactor?
You could ask.
I have some information of that. I know stuff about. I have logged some stuff on that cylinder, right?
No, you didn't get access, so you have no idea what's in there.
I mean the encrypted stuff. I mean some information or whatever.
You have a vague idea of
Okay,
what you're dealing with, but
can I pass it to my benefactor to see if if she knows anything about it?
you could.
Mm, I'd
Okay.
rather keep this with people like who is your benefactor?
Actually, I don't say that's out of you know. Uh,
Is that
this is
internal
with
workings of Wedge's mind,
yes,
you say?
eternal workings on words with the DM essentially right
Oh
now.
no, that's the worst
That's a
kind.
question. This is a question to Mears actually. Could I send it or not?
That's your choice. If you want to send
Okay.
it, you can.
Okay.
Question
Okay.
is,
So then I turn to Brindor and tell him I might know a person who could possibly decrypt it.
Checkmate, I know
But
too.
it's up to you. You know, if you want to, you know.
Who is the person?
Well, I can tell you that it's our benefactor who's going to, you know, set up our
So you can't tell me the
mercenary
person's
team.
name.
Yes.
I'd rather deal with people I'm familiar with something sensitive like this.
Pass it to me. Basically, out of character. Pass it to me instead. I've got 2 trustworthy contacts you can give it to instead.
Okay.
I
So
mean, I'm pretty sure I know Neo.
You know
so
Neo.
is
So
there any contact? Yeah. So the next thing is, do I know any other contact, Mirs, that I could send it?
you do. You do know a few potential people, a few people that are potentially knowledgeable enough to have a
Okay. So I'll
better
just send.
chance at this. The thing is that they are not exactly, you know.
Trustworthy.
Yes, you don't know how much you can trust them
Trustworthy.
exactly.
Okay. Okay, so I'll just send that also. I'll just send because those guys I can tell their name obviously. But you know, I just say, yeah, I don't know how much trustworthy are those guys. The
all
other
right,
guy is actually more trustworthy in my opinion. Trustworthy in the opinion that she's going to help us.
all right. Then out of character, real quick. Max, would you be okay with a field trip to Neo for this or no?
Sure.
All right.
I
Out of
mean,
character, yeah. In character, now when we say sure, why not? If it is for the mission, I go where it's necessary.
plus there's a
All right.
failsafe to that. Elena's got a contact there that is absolutely trustworthy and is already also an Ossis as well.
And
So
now
to back up.
Neo also has other
That's what I
other
mean.
people
The,
he
the
knows
contact
may
Neo,
be able to help. So
the
yeah.
contact Elena and Neo both have is the same person. So that's the failsafe.
No, I meant one more. The other one is maybe a bit iffy, but Neo trusted. So yeah.
Elena knows of that one as well, but she would rather trust it to the person they both trust. If that
I know,
fails,
I know, I know, I
if
know.
if that fails, then we'll go with Neo's option.
Okay. So, journey back to Ossus.
Journey
Yep.
back to Osus.
The
Get
time
your
has come.
library cards ready.
Oh, by the way, before we leave, we should probably. Elena will have recorded by that. She would have forwarded the information she got from the wacky adventures to Dathomir to Luke and Leia.
Do you actually look at them,
Do you
George
want,
Owen, at all?
At the carvings?
At the info that Desire gave you.
well, it's on Elena's datapad.
Yes.
Yes, it's on. We look at it, and as soon as she's looked at it, Elena will pass her datapad over to Luke.
Okay. Uh, you
Oh
see
God.
that it's less than it's less of a research note and more of collection of galactic routes
Mm.
and specific points of interest.
Let me guess. Dathomir is one of them.
Yes.
So time to call the mood. He probably will want that.
Is he in the mood to act on it though?
There is also,
Not really. We know that.
there is also one more thing. Uh, I'm trying to see would uh, what role would be the most appropriate for this.
Okay.
I guess perception
Okay.
or if you want to be more technical about it, physical sciences knowledge check.
I'll go perception because that's my higher one.
Okay.
But that's my higher one too.
I perceive this as a data pad full of
26
information.
and 7.
I perceive this data pad has information.
I perceive nothing.
You don't even recognize it as a data
You know,
pad.
screw it. I'll also roll the physical
You
sciences check. Why not? Why not? Yeah, no. I'm not getting
no
anything
no
from
no.
this.
Okay. Elena, what you get from this is that they are probably coordinates.
Probably more locations of artifacts of interest, maybe.
You don't know what it is, but they are coordinates.
Elena, after this meeting with Luke, will probably forward those
And
coordinates
on
off
those
to the moon
specific
anyway.
coordinates, is where she has made the note that says in 3 months' time.
Once she's read through this, obviously, like I said, Alana's gonna just go to Luke and show him what they found, what they've been given, and basically ask him. I'm not sure what to make of this. What do you think?
She gives a look and he says, "Well, it's anyone's guess at this point, but was deemed important enough to be given as a thank you gift, I suppose."
Alana still has the ice on her head. She's just holding it a little bit and says, I mean, we definitely did a lot to earn that trust.
Actually, Luke, uh, as he's reviewing the coordinates, he says, "There is something though that I don't get exactly. I know my way around navigating, and just looking at this, I guess that there is something wrong with these coordinates."
Alana looks at it and says, what I've been able to pick up is these coordinates seem to be locations of interest for her research. She may have found something there or found leads there. What puzzles me is this coordinate here. She points to the one that says in 3 months' time. She said something that'd be happening there, but
Yeah,
won't
that's the
elaborate.
one I'm talking about, he says.
Mm.
Uh, Luke immediately says, "Yes, that's the one I'm talking about. The others, okay, but this one,
All she would tell me that is she was invited there but declined, and it would be a war zone. That's all I got. Whatever's happening there, we shouldn't go unprepared.
Uh, good to know. Let's review the information we have and make sure that we actually understand what these coordinates truly are. And then we can begin formulating a plan.
Agreed.
I will shortly join you on Ossus as well. Maybe a week after you.
Fair enough. Alana will take a brief look at Leia if she's in the room and says,
Okay.
my 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 other crewmates have found some information about more information about other conspirators in this whole mess. He mentioned something about an encrypted database that he found it's difficult to crack. I'm gonna take it over to Osis with me to a to a couple of trusted friends, see if we can crack it. It seems pretty important.
If I'm not mistaken, we have two over there, so one of them is bound to be able to at least find something.
One can hope. As soon as I learn anything, I'll forward the information.
All right, good work, and have a safe trip back to Ossus. See you there in a few days.
See you there. Elena just looks weary and she just
So,
walks out with a bow.
anything that you might want to do on Coruscant before you go?
Other than it's nothing verbal, but Elena will send a copy of those coordinates to Naboo to see if any of his people can figure out what the hell's going on with that.
Okay. All right. So, I guess that you are going on Ossus.
Yep.
Then, without further ado, right. So, Neo,
Yep. It's been a long time. Give me a
a
second that I do
familiar
a
spaceship
preparation.
arrives, and familiar
Okay,
faces.
okay. Let me put it into perspective. You had quite a bit of time to prepare. He knows he's not running out of this one. Same. He tried to reason quite a bit, but he had quite a bit of days to reason
Oh
how
yeah.
all this going to go down.
Oh yeah. I've almost
So
thank you for reminding me, Max.
calm and collected like always, because he already is mentally prepared for what's going to happen. Goes there to say hello to the people coming out there. He will wait for the time where everything explodes in his face and try to solve it as best as possible. But yeah,
Alright. Strolling down the ramp.
Thank you. Oh yeah, thank you.
Neo Brindor greets
yeah.
Neo.
When he looks at Vindor, that's a sign of hello. He calls
Yep.
him and says, "What do you need, man?" I take it
Uh
something.
we found this code cylinder we're having a hard time getting into. You're someone that we know and trust to get into it. And
Okay. The moment he shows it to me, I want to roll a knowledge technology, not to identify what it is, because probably it's pretty obvious from the get-go from looking outside to Neo, but to identify, I don't know, some kind of model or something to give him some clue of more exactly.
Okay. Galactic lore, I would say, or
Oh, galactic
technology.
lore. Well,
No, no,
let me tell you
technology is also
it's
fine.
yeah.
It,
I went with technology because it's Neo, but
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, this is definitely a code cylinder.
but any idea of the model, something like that, I'm willing to port it. But beyond that,
That
model, production year, anything like that, from what he can see that
that
he's
that
showing.
is all of the. That's where the similarities end with the
Okay,
code cylinder that you're familiar with, though. There are
O-
no visual indications of when it was built exactly, or
no
how, or
manufacturer
where.
mark, anything like that.
Nothing that you would recognize as such, which immediately um, makes you think of what exactly this is, where
Okay,
it was made, because it is
yeah.
possible that one of the markings that you can see on it would indicate those things, but you're not familiar with it.
Okay, I'm going to ask you something, Mears, before I tell Rindor basically what I'm going to do. Besides, leave it to me. If Neo decide to start pulling apart the device to see how it works, to see what he's dealing with, besides giving him maybe an advantage to trying to get through its securities, would you give him any idea of what it is besides a code cylinder that's clearly not normal?
It's possible that you might find more clues.
Okay, before doing anything, Neo's going to say, look at me and say to him, I'll be honest with you. This looks like a code cylinder, but I'm not sure if it is one because I have not seen anything like this one. Do you have a problem if I try to pull it apart to understand what it is before I try to get the information?
Maybe try to get the information first. Don't want to have that damaged.
And he's going to say, I'm not going to try to damage it because my objective will be try to get it more close to understand what it is to be able to get through it to get the information. That's the only reason why I'm asking. If not, I will try to access it like this, and then if I fail, I will put you to another contact of mine.
No, try to get the information first, I think.
Got it. That's what I'm going to do then. Uh, okay. Neo is going to take it and tell Rino to accompany him so he begins to work on this. Going. Do I roll the use computer now? Or...
Yes, if you want.
Yeah, give me a second. I want to check something. I have not used Neo's abilities in a while. And
If I remember correctly, I think you can substitute your mechanics check for use
yeah,
computer checks.
yeah. It's what I was trying to check out. Yeah, I remember. That's something I remember, but I wasn't trying to check out to see if I was not bullshitting. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Well, I'm going to force point that just in case. I don't like that 13.
41.
All right, so does a 40? Yeah, does a 41 crack
Yeah.
this or no, Riss?
It takes
Oh, have in
a
mind, I
lot.
think I have not leveled up Neo since the last time we played with him. So yeah.
It's a +1. It's nothing
Yeah.
amazing. Um, as
Yeah,
far as
just making
the
sure you
role is
know.
concerned, yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine.
Just saying it in terms of
So is a
for the
42
my
in
roles in general because I forgot.
so is a 42 enough to
It
crack the code?
takes it takes a lot of effort and meticulous research
Mm-hmm.
on different ways of encryption. But at the end, you manage to crack it,
Mm-hmm.
and you gain access to its contents.
Okay. Neo basically informs that to Brindor. He doesn't go check it out yet. He has there open all the information.
Okay, so you haven't
So
reviewed.
so Brindor can read it with me. It's what I'm saying.
Okay,
He's going to
Uh,
go through it with Brindor together, but he's basically telling, okay, I'm in, basically.
so
So it's clear that both of them know what you're saying. Go, Mirs.
what you see inside both of you is specific names of people, locations, and organizations, specific amounts of credits, materials, and other valuable materials like gems and stuff like that that have been transported, and you see a clear picture of an operation that has been going on for at least 3 decades, which means almost from the beginning of the empire. That was very small and tame at the beginning, especially during the days of the empire. But after its fall, it became much larger and rampant.
Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, Mirs.
Hmm.
The computer that we are using, it's the one that knew all his research regarding the abator, which is basically offline. Basically, it's not connected to any red. He's just in the closed network. Just
Okay, okay.
so it's clear. Mhm.
Um, so what you find inside is clear indication of large amounts of money and valuables that were gifted to specific organizations and people around uh, around the galaxy. The routes that you can see extend outside the known galaxy to the unknown regions with a precision that you know that people from the known galaxy shouldn't have. You can see, for example, routes that go into the unknown regions that are completely uh, new information for you, and you guess for most of the galaxy. And smaller reports about how the operation is going. It is clear that it was a coordinated effort to um, influence specific key individuals and organizations in order to be uh, allies and you're a clever person, Neo and Brindor.
Yep.
you can guess that they would be the foothold of uh, the influence of a very different player
Mm-hmm.
in galactic affairs. And the most concerning of all is specific locations and names that could be very useful in case of an invasion is actually unavoidable and preferred.
Nothing else?
Nothing else, but all this info is.
Oh no. I know what this info is. I'm just asking.
Mhm.
So after reading all of this, we'll say, "Well, you are dealing with something very complicated. I take it this is somehow related to Jedi stuff, isn't it?"
Yeah, yeah. The person we got this from was using a little bit of that force telekinetic grabbiness that Elena likes to use.
Uh, typical. Well, good luck with that, buddy. He says, touching his shoulder. Do you want me to make you a copy? This is my personal server. It's offline, so don't worry. No one's going to get access to this information besides you and me.
I mean, if you want to make some
And
copies, it's probably
me.
not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm making some. Just in case I also saving some here. Someone tries
All
to
right.
access these two for the Jedi later on, and they cannot
Yep.
access it and not spending
Probably
days.
best to do a set of copies for the same people I listed off
Yep.
for the other stuff.
Sure,
Also,
sure, sure. Just
Brindor,
tell me how many units.
also both of you realize that
hmm
the possibility
hmm
of an external force making plans to infiltrate the New Republic and possibly make plans for an invasion if that is required, coming from the unknown regions, is quite concerning.
Is
I
this
mean,
after
yeah,
Is
Thrawn?
a
yeah,
bit.
we know that.
Yeah, Mirs.
It's why Neo basically says that this is Jedi stuff, right?
Get it
You
to
don't
Yeah,
need
this
me.
to
would be
basically
after
doing
Thrawn.
that.
Get it to me, Pete, quickly, so I can get it to
Mirs
the right people.
pointing the obvious.
Yes.
Don't get.
There's
Get
a reason why they're acting out casual, because suddenly Rinder and Neo are too used to this kind of crap. Nar wouldn't care. He would be just more interested into what the perspective of the invasion could mean and which sides he could possibly end up working for. But these two are more like, well, this is Sunday.
It's
It's more
more
like
like this. There's a lot to take in for this, and I'm
Well,
still figuring out what to do
maybe
next.
for Brindor, for Neo just after all the Jedi crap he has gone through, he's more like, so this is right.
Eleanor's reaction's gonna be like,
Can't
Because
wait
like,
for Tuesday.
because
yeah.
like my thought is like Thrawn came from the unknown regions,
Oh yeah.
but
Again,
he's
Neo
dead,
is
isn't
not
he?
from history, so.
He should be dead. Yeah, now by now, yeah. Eleanor's
Well, this is more
Uh,
like in
Somehow he
character.
comes. Mirs.
uh,
Somehow he comes back.
if Rindor brings up
Somehow
the fact
Thrawn
that
returned.
if Rindor brings up, it's maybe wondering from during that he says, "Well, remember friend Frelisk? He does look similar to. He did look similar to Thrawn. Maybe there is a whole family out there of Thrones that wants to invade us. Frelisk
family
is one of the rare ones that is just cool with us."
family of Thrones. Praise be Haku.
Again, he has no idea how organized they are, but he basically will just basically said that,
Who
so
the
they
I
can
hell's in
don't
start
know
to
if
Haku's
say,
naming
Endor
thing?
ever met.
Also, Brindor, the fact that you didn't recognize as a known species, the bald cat or whatever
Yeah, the
you
hairless
called it,
cat. Yeah, the hairless
Yep.
the hairless cat. Yes, it checks out
Mhm.
because if that guy was originated from the unknown regions,
Yeah.
We
All
have
right.
an we
This
have
is
we have an army of hairless, angry kitties on the way.
Working for the family of Thrawn.
I suppose the main main good news is these didn't really seem like Imperials so much as like underworlders, right?
They were using the underworld heavily, especially at the beginning,
Yeah.
to get a foothold.
Yeah, again, they weren't
Because I'm
working
just thinking as like
physically.
a veteran soldier, I'd have experience like with the fighting during the Thrawn campaigns, and like if I'm thinking this might be related to that, just because that's like the only relevant unknown regions thing in recent history.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's like
So
you are certain that Thrawn didn't sprout out from nothing.
he didn't. He didn't just thrown from the
Again.
freezer.
he might Thrawn species might spread like mushrooms. That'd be terrifying.
that'd be indeed terrifying.
Oh
Yep.
look, Aku
So
blesses me with a baby Frelis. He didn't have to do anything.
question. Are you sharing this to the group?
Yes.
Also, especially the something is coming from the unknown regions.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Elena immediately.
So yeah, let's be real. Everyone is quite a bit
Neo,
alarmed
by
on
the
that
way,
news.
also comes there because he knows that he will have to talk to someone sooner or later. So
Yeah.
he also says hi to Rindor, puts them up to date. But Rindor finishes giving the report. He says, "You're welcome, Neo, for basically getting that information."
I don't need to thank you. This is expected of you from nowadays. Unless it's with a cocky, jokey like smiley face on the text.
Neo just shrugs. Neo shrugs and says, "Fair enough."
Elena will immediately but calmly forward this to Leia and say, "This is bigger than than we anticipated."
Well, when I receive the message, so Wedge, what's happening? When you send this message to Wedge, and 5 to 10 minutes pass until he realizes what. Yeah, he reads all the report. He's reporting back with this is good and horrible at the same time.
It's durable.
If you
Good
don't,
because it means we have work. It's bad because
yeah.
something unknown is coming. Just to
If
explain.
basic if Nar is in the same chat as you, he says, "Yep." So we're making deals with the Republic up ahead.
This is
So at
just
least maybe we can begin working up ahead schedule, identified plan points of confrontation, etc.
this is all on the party
He will not.
WhatsApp group.
If there is a if Nar is involved in that conversation that report, Nar will basically be giving you ideas of well, we're making those deals with the Republic. Maybe we get a scout ready mission stuff like that to get ahead.
Do I have permission to?
Planning, all
Do
that
I?
kind of stuff. All of that kind of good word stuff that Nar likes.
Elena has just. You'll get a message from Leia saying, "Do I have permission to add people to the group? Important people." Elena adds Leia Organa to the group to the group chat. Elena,
No, this will be more of the corporation side.
I know,
Rindor,
I
Wedge,
know,
and
I
Nar.
know, I know. That's more of a joke. Elena's sending this information to Leia privately.
Yeah.
So, Miss, I sent you something.
Yes.
Oh
I
no.
do that. It's not full detail.
He does the hokey hokey and he turns around.
Okay. Okay.
If you want to tell the response, just say it.
Not right now.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me,
Um,
Max. Actually,
in a
Elena would
bit.
have. Yeah. By the way, Max, thank you for reminding me. Before we leave for Roasted, Solana would have picked Dacer up, so Dacer's here as well.
Okay.
He said
Neo basically that's a faraway hello sign, like later proper one, something like that.
you'll invite us to the cabin in the woods later. We can have it out.
Nah, this conversation probably will be where you are comfortable.
Well,
Question.
it's gonna be a while before we have that conversation because Alana's kind of preoccupied right now.
Yeah, and he also gets that. That's why he's going to wait.
Are you going to give the coordinates as well?
The coordinates.
I'm talking to the coordinates
Okay.
that Elena has.
She already showed those coordinates while she was on Coruscant. Oh, the coordinates from this file. Yeah, Alana's sending everything to there.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. All right. And the last thing that remains is the erroneous coordinates, maybe, that Luke told you before you leave that something doesn't seem right about those.
Alana's, like I said, Alana's said and shown everything to get some more ideas. She's also sent those erroneous coordinates to the mood.
Okay. Um, Mudin would um he would say that most of them are, you know, are known, and he can pinpoint where exactly they are. But the piece with Jerseiyanara's note, he says that this is incorrect. There has to be a mistake.
Unless they want us to think there's a mistake, this might be an uncharted. This could be an uncharted starline, one that she may have discovered herself.
Says it, it is possible, but highly unlikely. But he will look into it further.
Okay.
And he also says that maybe you would maybe forward this information to others as well to see if they can come up with anything.
Ella said I'm already on that.
All right. So, Neo.
Yep. Oh, by the way, when Neo has a moment alone with Elsa, he will basically say to her one time, "I gave what you needed. Don't know if you were right, but I get it." Just that. Not he won't tackle the topic again if he tries to bring it up. But he will just say that he will wait for when Elena comes to talk. That's something I wanted to say. Yeah.
Okay.
Look, let's wait for a time when Ella's not busy, and then we can talk about it.
No, yeah, but he basically just get that out of the way. He had enough of time to think about all of
Yeah,
this. So
in the
yeah.
midst of sending this information, Ella's also kind of tackling the worried uncle conundrum with Kakrok. She's also trying to get Corin Horn's input on what these coordinates could mean, and she's also kind of trying to explain to Calamari what the hell happened on Dathomir. She's multitasking.
All right. So, as everyone is in a state of buzzing, at some point, Neo, a few days after the group arrived, um, the coordinates, the infamous coordinates, also find their way to your desk as well. So, I want you to make one more roll for me.
Okay.
And it's going to be a knowledge
Uh,
check,
eh,
physical sciences. Go ahead.
can I ask the reason why?
To see if you can make any sense of the coordinates that seem to be
Physical
false.
sciences, you told me.
Yes.
I'm going to force point it, by the way, since Neo practically doesn't use the force point, so why not?
Okay. That's a 30. All right.
Mm-hmm. Uh, 31, because you know, 1 point
Yes, yes,
extra.
yes.
Mhm.
So, indeed, the location that the coordinates seem to point to is in the middle of nowhere.
Question: with my limited knowledge, could I see ways to make a path there?
You could
Yes.
maybe. Uh, I want you to roll an intelligence check.
Okay.
Waiting for the net one.
Yep, that's a not one. I don't know anything. I
Every
am a
time.
dead brain.
Every time.
Oh, my
Every
shoes are.
time I have to roll intelligence, yeah, I roll a one. I know, as Neo. He's cursed with that.
Yeah, about to say, I'm pretty sure Neo just died.
Neo's
Yep.
paranoia strikes again.
Suffered immediate brain death.
Neo
Yep.
flatline.
Yep.
I
Exactly.
like to even respond this time. She goes, "Oh God, not again. Let me revive him."
Oh, not again.
It's the third time this week.
Neo,
Oh no! Anyway,
Neo, with all the information of the last few days, you're somewhat overwhelmed, so you
Yeah.
can't make sense of this right now.
Okay.
Uh, Maybe you should ask help yourself.
I will. My decision is I will leave it to someone with more knowledge of this. I will just make sure to tell them, yeah, these are the coordinates. I know it's the middle of nowhere, but I don't know how to get there because I'm not a cartographer. So, yeah.
Well,
you know
uh,
what? Screw it!
oh my god.
Hey, I didn't roll a one!
There is you do know, Neo, that there is a very bright person that is right now where you are, and you have been
And it's
working
probably
together
me.
in a lot of things. No, no,
No.
it's
I
not you,
know,
Elena.
I know, but I did better than the other two.
Mhm.
Like,
It's Zachary's Gent. That
Yeah.
is
Which is the
Ne-
answer?
Oh my
Neo,
gosh!
Neo, Neo will, Neo
Oh
will
no!
basically.
Wedge is the galaxy brain. Oh no!
Oh no!
So what I was saying, Neo will basically just the, because this is this is basically okay. I'm not directly involved in this, but someone will probably ask for this at some point. So he will basically tell. How did you say his name was? Mirs?
Um,
Gent.
your friend Gent, yes.
Yeah.
Kent, yeah.
I love. I
He will
love.
basically tell Kent if he can basically get him a path to those coordinates because someone he knows will probably need it at some point and he wants to already have it prepared.
I,
when they come around asking for that.
I kind of love
Okay,
how
okay,
from
so
me.
When he
you
gets
enter.
them, he will basically then send them to,
Okay, okay. So you enter Zachary's room that he's
Mhm.
currently lying down on his bed, playing
Yep.
with throwing a squishy ball on the ceiling
He
that
will. Yeah, I enter
that is
there
close to his
and
hand.
okay, okay. Neo enters there and says, "Hey, so you know how I'm not a cartographer,
Yeah,
and you have much more knowledge than that. And I have coordinates that are pointing to the middle of nowhere, and people that probably will want to get there at some point to do Jedi stuff. Would you be willing to give me a hand and make a path already in advance for when they ask me for that?"
I'm not a cartographer either, you know.
That's not
He
how
says
card.
You're
and
the
throws
closest thing.
the ball up again.
Nar says sorry. Neo says you're the closest thing I have to one here, and that I trust.
Anyway, how bad it could be. Hasn't done anything for a week now, so
Look,
may as well.
he may make a roll. Make him roll and get
Thanks,
28.
buddy.
Make him get 28 because I've just noticed every time from Dwayne up to Wedge, every single one of our rolls has become a multiple of 7. So we need to,
So
so we
yeah,
need
he says,
keep
"Thanks, buddy."
keep the pad and wrist. Get a 28.
Let's see.
I want to see this roll.
If it's a 28, I'll be amazed and ecstatic and laugh.
No, no, it's a simple roll intelligence check, so it's not.
It probably can't be that high, yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
it's not that high. But
yeah.
good thing is he can roll twice,
Got a
and you
17.
can see the result.
He got a
It's a
17.
22.
Yeah.
It's a 22. You know what?
28. There it is. 28.
No,
No, no,
26.
it's 26. Yes.
22. No, 22. Oh yeah, 26.
Uh, 2 days after Neo,
Mhm.
uh, Kent comes over to your place
Mhm.
and knocks.
In the cabin in the woods.
Sure, Neo. No, it's not the cabin on the woods.
I know.
That's for when he's in vacations. Neo opens and says, "Hey, do you have it done?"
I guess somewhat. Look,
I take somewhat, says Neo. They
all
can
right.
probably look for a better path if they later on if they don't like it.
So
He says, "Be smart."
since this is not my expertise, far from it, in
Mhm.
fact, I did a quick search to see how exactly it is done most of the time. It seems that gravitational pull has the most important part to play in all of this because that's how you can, calculate distances and safe
Yeah, yeah,
routes and where you can find trouble or not, with potential um, gravitational anomalies, black holes, stuff like that.
yeah.
Anyway,
Neo. Mhm.
uh, it seems that from what I could find from, and he gives you a look and he says, actually, perhaps it's best you don't know my sources. It's the same sources that card has. So, you know,
If you don't want to share that, no problem. It's up to you.
yeah, it's
Says
better
Neo.
for everyone that way. So let's.
And Neo that just shrugs and says, everyone that gets stuff done usually has a bit of shady sources. No problem."
So, turns out that this could
Mhm.
possibly be the best route, and he hands over a small chip.
Neo takes it and says, "Thanks. I will get into the hands of these people as soon as I get time to talk to them. Thanks for everything, but if you need anything, just call me and I will see what I can help you with."
All right. I think that that's all from me, to be honest. I don't know how else I can help with this.
That's more than enough, man. Thanks.
And he takes his leave.
Mhm.
So, you insert the chip,
Yep.
open up the holographer, and you see the route that he has made.
Yep. After checking it out, just out of curiosity, I take out the chip and say, "Well, time to get this into the right hands
Wait a
for
second.
delivery." Mhm. Okay.
As you are checking this out, something seems familiar to you.
Oh. Okay.
I will need one more intelligence check.
No, damn it, Mears, you're being cruel. You, this is this is abuse. Oh God, I rolled a 9. That's the highest thing I have rolled intelligence.
Good thing is, since you have been working your ass off on
Mhm,
that particular thing for the last
mhm,
few months,
mhm.
it is imprinted in your memory.
Okay. Okay.
You have been trying to pinpoint locations of um, operations that a certain individual has done in the past,
Yeah.
and the routes that he was taking, trying to find a correlation between all of those.
Okay.
The location of the coordinates, the path that
Mhm.
Ghent has made, this could actually fall pretty close to what you were looking for.
Are you?
In what sense, pretty close? Like same location or same theory to get the location? Because those two things are different.
It could potentially be the location, but you can't be sure.
So you're saying
You hear in Neo there Alan looking at that bloody bastard. Could this be? Okay. I will need someone to double check what I have. Better if this is related to him, then not get it this sadly in Elena's turns, but on my turns. He says, and begins all around where he is, opening all the information he has gathering of the network computer, disconnecting every other computer he has from the network, connecting it to that net, cleaning, basically rebooting it, and all reinstalling everything to the basics just to connect everything to the one he has been working on, putting all that information for everyone to see on all the computers he has around him. And when he's done with all of this preparation, he's going to call. Look, Elena, uh, Leia, if she's here, Crook, and I don't know, and the group, and basically lay everything out that he has here.
Okay.
you owe a lot of a hug for accidentally getting you the possible coordinates of the
Oh
base.
no!
And and what you
Neo
find,
Neo knows that he's in trouble for this, but he's not saying this is it. He's saying this could be it. I would like people you have in trust of the network, just like I'm doing right now. Nothing's connected to the network. check this information and make sure that I'm not seeing things, because this could also be important for him, but not be that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's one of things he will make clear. But that's
So,
I have thought of what I'm going to say. Role playing this, believe it or
Elena,
not.
Luke, and Leia and other officials enter Neo's room to find him
Yeah.
stabbed to death by Desa that was lurking
Oh,
lurking
this
in
is
a corner
also.
all this time, and she's like, "You little shit! I told you how this would end."
Well,
But
uh,
I'm joking, obviously.
Loves a
But
kill.
yeah, I know you're
Loves a
joking.
killer.
okay,
He's also basically invited on this, so.
okay. So
There-
let's put this on hold for now.
Yeah. Okay.
Wedge,
Yes,
you are chilling in your room
the
back in
room.
the spaceship, and a day after you send the info,
Yes,
you get an incoming call.
I answer. I answer the call.
Okay, you see the holographic image of your benefactor.
Yes. So wait a minute. Core, do you have the Mass Effect sound?
Oh God.
No.
The song of
I do,
no.
I do, but it's on my campaign. I don't want to put the effort of bringing it over.
I want the elusive one, the elusive guy song that
The elusive
plays.
man.
The guy.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
send you a I'll send you a
I want to
copy.
call it elusive guy from now on.
Oh
Elusive,
no.
elusive guy.
I'll
The
Oh
elusive dude.
no.
The
Oh
elusive
no.
dude.
So,
I'll send you a
Yes.
copy of the song right now.
uh,
Just give me a
I'm sorry.
second.
I'm sorry, Cord. He's no longer Tim. He is now Ted.
so,
Give me a second.
um,
You go stab if you want to play it, by all means. But I can't really do it right now because I'm streaming. Where are you?
Yeah, yeah.
There you,
Next, I'll get it next time because I'll
there you
probably
go.
also have to set stuff.
There
yeah,
you
yeah, that's.
Yeah, elusive man, elusive dude.
go. Elusive dude.
Anyway,
So, uh,
That's a clip.
Mhm.
uh,
I'll,
your benefactor gives you a look, says,
yes,
"That's quite the find."
it is indeed. It means work for us, but it also means a lot of, you know,
Oh, you have no idea what
problems.
that means. You have no idea what that means.
Enlighten me.
In
You're
my
correct on your assessment. It means more work for us. Much more work for us. It also means, since this is now known information, that the chances of peaceful transition are very close to be completely eliminated.
Ah,
That leaves the scenario of an invasion the most probable.
damn it. Uh, he says words.
You see that there is a smile. Says,
Hmm.
from what I know, this the preferable scenario, actually.
In what way?
The New Republic has a fighting chance.
S- Keep going.
If if a subtle takeover was to take place, what chance of fighting do you think the New Republic would have?
Hmm, indeed, that would be very difficult.
Yes,
to-
very difficult indeed. We live
So,
in exciting times, Wedge. We really do. Perhaps a bit more exciting than I would like, but well, what can we do about that?
We'll have to hold off
hmm,
the wedding for a few years.
yeah. So, an evasion then.
At some point, maybe,
Do you have an
probably.
do you have an idea who it is?
Bob Dylan.
You see a smile again and says, maybe,
And
probably.
Wedge raises his brow on that sentence.
Let's just say that if my info is correct,
Mhm.
we don't want these people controlling anything at all. It's the worst kind.
I guess then we have to speed up our efforts to, you know, uh,
Yes, I will make efforts to better prepare for such an occasion.
and complete our uh, mercenary group and race off to our new adventure, I guess.
Team Wedge is blasting off again.
Uh, she gives a serious look and says, such an invasion, if it happens, I don't know when this would take place. It could be a few months after uh, the last hope of infiltration is snuffed out. It could be years, it could be decades. It's anyone's guess. But it's bound to happen at some point.
Hmm. Okay.
Good thing we are with the winning team then.
And that's when Wedge smiles. When you're with me, you're always in the winning team.
God. Oh no.
Oh
Oh,
no!
yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I like it.
I want to block that from my ears right now. Walk out, get a nice cup of tea, and just relax.
We have been having plenty of success since we met Wedge. I don't know what you're talking
Yes,
about.
there are a few
Very
seconds of.
few
Cord,
failures.
cord, cord. In other words,
There are a few.
Yeah.
There are a couple of seconds of silence, and then she just says, "That remains to be seen."
In other words, yes, Tyrant. Elena is going to go outside and scream and force Radar into the ocean.
And then she says, "Bye for now. Um,
That's
keep
for
keep
now.
an eye out for our Jedi friends. Actually, make sure that they are safe because they're going to be sorely needed."
I'll keep it in mind.
And
And
I will make my moves to. I will put my influence to the best use possible. You can count on that.
perfect. Perfect. And we log off, I guess.
Yes.
And with that in mind, Wedge starts, tapping down with the conclusions of those of the conversation. And while he was not going to share it with the group yet, but until he gets a bit more information or the situation calls for it, I guess.
Okay. So,
Because I do believe uh, everyone has already figured out something's happening.
so with that, uh, we are ready to conclude the episode here because we had a lot of
Okay.
things and a lot of smaller details that have to be put in place uh, for the final act of the campaign.
hmm
Mm?
So, that's all for today. We'll pick up next time from uh, here and see how the newfound information is going to be received and what is going to be done about it.
All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. It's good to finally get things back to normal. And speaking of back to normal, tune in next week on Tyrant's channel where we'll have a next episode of Mass Effect hopefully ready. But until next time, see you around. Bye.
We're out.